Is time now for Truth or Fake, our daily fact-checking segment. I'm joined for that by Catalina Marchand-Abreu. Welcome to the programme, Catalina. Today we're looking at protests in France and what are some of the fake images you've been digging up online. Catalina, what have you got for us?
Indeed, Tom. Massive pension reform protests continue throughout France as a new day of strike action is planned for tomorrow. We've identified the truth from the fake of what's circulating online. Let's begin by taking a look at these two tweets that were posted on the March 23rd nationwide protest that took place in France. This first one with 1.3 million views on the platform, claiming a nice gesture. The police with us, the forces of order, lower their shield and remove their helmet. And this second tweet that claims some police stepped down in Paris and joined the people, a video that's been viewed on Twitter over 4 million times. So let's begin taking a look at this first video that was posted, a short video where we see law enforcement officials, some of them with their helmets down in front of protesters. Then in the second video, a bit longer, where we see these law enforcement officials walking down the streets of Paris alongside these protesters that are following right behind, where users claim that these law enforcement officials were showing support for protesters in France. Tom?
Okay, and are those videos actually real then, Catalina?
Both videos did take place during the nationwide protests that took place in France last week. However, these videos are missing context. The first video was actually filmed in Nice by Stéphanie Gazilia, journalist for the local newspaper Nice Matin. She explains right here in Czech News that what we saw, this video took place in the Promenade des Anglais in front of the Nice airport at the very beginning of the afternoon of March 23rd, where she explains that this was a peaceful conversation between law enforcement officials and protesters, not a sign of solidarity with protesters. Then for the second video, indeed taken in Paris, however, not on March 23rd. It was taken on the evening of Wednesday, March 22nd. And what we actually see is security forces escorting groups of demonstrators that gathered in the 18th arrondissement of Paris that day. They were walking towards the 9th arrondissement, and this gathering was stopped by the police in Rue Rossini in the 9th arrondissement before they reached Opéra, as evidenced by this video that was posted on Twitter, where we see these several dozen demonstrators blocked by the police at Rue Rossini before being escorted back to the metro by police as they wanted to prevent new gatherings from taking place that day. Tom?
Okay, so out of context it would appear there, but not everything is fake or out of context, and it seems that you've got some pictures for us that show the French, well, some French people don't seem particularly bothered by all the protests. So tell us a bit more about these viral videos.
Well, we have two viral videos that, as impressive as they might seem, they are real, they're not fake, and they did take place during the French nationwide protest that took place last week. This one in Saint-Étienne, France, where we see these restaurant clients just eating unbothered as a raging fire is burning behind them in the restaurant, with this caption that reads, "Saint-Étienne, France burns and clients eat calmly." A video that generated this viral meme online. This is fine. That very well represents the French lifestyle, French way of life during these protests. Then we have this second video where we see it was taken in Bordeaux, where life goes on, as they say, despite the protests, as these bar clients are just sipping on their wine, as more trash is burning behind them once again. And both these viral videos, both of these restaurants in the viral videos were contacted by Czech News and TF1, and they confirmed that these situations, absurdly enough, they did take place in their restaurants during these protests. Tom?
People keeping very calm and carrying on. Catalina, thank you very much indeed for today's edition of Truth or Fake. Thanks for that.